Yeah! How we doing, Edmonton? Final show of the weekend. It's been fun. First time in Edmonton. Yeah. First time. I live in LA and I have a lot of Canadian friends, and I said to them, I'm going to Edmonton. And I said, what's it like? And literally every single one of them went, are you working in the mall? I said, I'm working in the mall. They said, it's pretty nice. Just don't leave the mall when it's dark. I don't know. Is that why you guys are here? I don't know. You guys aren't even here for a comedy show. You're just seeking refuge from the zombies and the vampires outside. I don't know. Is it sketchy? Should I be worried? No. Wasn't overwhelmingly convincing now. You just stay in the mall. That's the thing. And I thought that was I've been here for 3 days, and I'll be honest, I thought that was a ridiculous thing, saying don't leave the mall. But I've never been to a mall like this in my whole life. I feel like I'm on mushrooms walking around this place. Most malls have shops. You guys have everything that's ever been invented in the history of time. In this, what is it? Have you got a pirate ship? Sure do, Chris. Yeah. We've got a pirate ship in a lagoon with the saddest looking pedal boats you'll ever see in your life. This is people paying $20 to put on a life vest, pedal around in a swan. You don't need a life vest. Oh, that's like my bath. You don't need a life vest for that. It's funny, I see everyone, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a pedal boat. I think, pedal boats to me are the thing where the moment from you going, this is a fun idea, to going, this is actually not fun at all, is never shorter than when you get on the pedal boat. This will be fun, you get on and go, this is just like basically a Peloton but in water. This is not relaxing. You've got mall sea lions as well. That's something I didn't expect to see. I didn't expect to see sea lions in the mall, I'll be honest. You guys aren't even laughing. Of course you have sea lions in the mall. That's Canadian tradition. You're not going to have a lagoon of a pirate ship and no sea lions. You're not freaks. Just so you know, I'm vegan, and I get asked all the time, how do I feel about different animal things? And never in my life I had to consider, how do you feel about trapping sea lions in malls? But right now, I don't feel good about it. I feel like if you're going to keep them here, at least let them use the rest of the mall. Let them on the ice rink or something, you know? That'd be good. Clean the ice. Let them just yeah. So yeah, it's a weird. I've covered the whole mall. I feel like there's got a whale statue that goes into the ground, comes out of the ground, has a very big sign on it saying, "Do not climb on the whale." I don't think I've ever seen more children climbing on a sculpture in my life. You guys don't care about the rule. Of course, you've got to get a child to climb on the whale. That's what you've got to do. It's like, let them out. You can't let them outside. They'll get murdered. That's what happens in Edmonton. So, you've got to keep them safely on the whale. And I don't know this part of the world. I've been to other parts of Canada. It feels different. It does feel different here. Just a different energy to the picture. You guys seem nice, but you also have an edge to you as well, right? I was in Lululemon, of all places. I was buying my wife some leggings for $5,000, because I love her. And there was a mum there with 3 kids and her son, and he touched her, and she said, touch me again, and I'll smack you. And I was like, and then she looked at me to be like, kids, eh? I'm like, no, I think adults, actually, because it's 2020, I didn't know that. And then what was amazing was her kid touched her just immediately afterwards. He was like, yeah, she says it all the time, that's what I do. It's Edmonton. Prison rules, we don't care. It's the flattest place I've ever been to, Edmonton, just so you know. Maybe you guys don't even think it's weird. Everywhere I've ever been, I see at least some form of undulation in a half-an-hour drive from the airport to the mall. It's so flat here, I could see my bedroom in the hotel in the mall from the airport, and that's a 30-minute drive. But yeah, I'm up there, 11th floor. Maybe that's why I don't even know why people are committing so many crimes. One of my friends said it was dangerous. It can't be dangerous. If you commit a crime here and you try and drive off, they'll see you for 3 days driving into the distance. So I'm staying in the Fantasyland Hotel. Has anyone stayed in that? It's quite nice. Don't know if anyone else had this. I'm staying on the floors are themed, and my floor is Roman themed. I just realised I feel like I'm giving you way too much information about where I'm sleeping tonight. Just said how dangerous it is here, and I've told you I'm in room 719. I'll leave it open for any one who wants to take their anger out on me. But it's Roman themed, and I don't know what I thought Roman themed would be, but turns out Roman themed here just means we put a mirror on the ceiling above the bed. I love that. I love how that's how we've distilled Roman culture in 2024. They invented roads, sewers, newspapers, but all we think is, they were a bunch of horny freaks. We'll put a mirror over the ceiling, which I guess is fine if you're like here on a romantic thing. But I'm here on my own, my wife's at home. I think when they know that, don't put me in the room with the mirror on the roof. Because that's not sexy, it's just me eating a Cliff Bar naked, watching Netflix, looking up, going, I didn't want to see the Google Earth version of my genitals, thank you. I think they should have been like, you staying on your own? Here's an umbrella. Really? Why do I need an umbrella? You'll see why when you get up there. So yeah, so it's fun. I'm excited to be here, Canada. I've been to a few bits of Canada. First time I ever went to Canada, I was in Vancouver. I went on a rugby tour to Vancouver, which was, I remember thinking, I didn't even know people in Canada played rugby. And after the tour, I was like, I don't think they play rugby, actually. That was, no, look how skinny I am. And even I was like, this is too easy for me. But all I remember really, I don't remember the rugby or anything. The one thing I remember, this is like I was 15, so it's like 20 odd years ago now. And the only thing I remember was we stayed with some guys we played against. And I was like, they were like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to party tonight? I go, yeah, where are we going to party? He go, we're going to get drunk in the woods. I was like, that sounds like what murderers do. It doesn't sound like a... And then we went and we got drunk in the woods, 15 years of age, and it got cut short an hour in because the police just chased us. Just like 15 police officers just chased us out the woods. We were like, whoa, and they were like, ugh. And then every Canadian I've ever spoken to since is like, oh yeah, we all got chased out of the woods by the police. That's it's a Canadian tradition. That's why there's so much crime in Edmonton. The police are too busy hanging out in the woods looking for children. People are dealing drugs on the streets because they're in the woods looking for kids. So yeah, like I said, I'm British. Is that okay? You guys care about Brits? I don't know. Do we have any British people? No, okay. We like them, we just don't let them stay. I'm British, but I live in America, like I said, so that's, it's been nothing that weird's happened this week or anything. So don't worry, I'm not going to do a political thing. It's not my thing. No, well, just all I will say about, do it, Chris. Thank you for the encouragement. I've never had such an enthusiastic heckler, but please do it. Continue with your act. I was going to. How was the final show, Chris? I had a couple of cheerleaders in. I wasn't expecting to have... I will do it. Thank you for giving me the confidence to continue. I'm contractually obliged to be up here for another 35 minutes. Do it. I was going to do it, but thank you for... You've had some comedians just after 8 minutes go, I can't deal with this. It's too tricky. I will say this, I'm not a political comic, but I will say that I think that if Biden had stayed in, he might have won. That's and some of go, what are you talking about? I feel like the reason he dropped out was because you guys, even though it's not your country, you would have seen the debate. He was so bad in the debate. And then everyone was like, you've got to quit because you're so bad in the debate. But then he had such a good excuse. He was like, I wasn't very good in the debate because it was after 8 o'clock at night. And I get sleepy after 8 o'clock at night, so I wasn't very good at the debate. And people are like, this guy's terrible. I'm over 35 and I have a baby. I've never heard a more relatable piece of information from a presidential candidate. I was like, I'm sure I don't know, I can't see the whole demographic of this room, but if anyone's over 35, you should vote. If you could vote, you would have voted for that guy. Because this is a fun show. You guys seem nice. I'm having a fun time. It's going to be a good show. But the show started at 9:30. It's not going to be done till 11. You're not going to be in bed till 12. It's going to be good. But even better though, wouldn't it, this show? Started at 6, finished by 7:30, Betty buys by 8. You'd be like, yeah, that's my kind of night. I had a good night and I slept for 10 hours afterwards. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm now immersed in American culture. I had a baby last year in America. That was do you know what? I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Every other club and any other city in the world, I had a baby, just out of sheer social politeness, they give me a round of applause. No, not now. Something about Edmonton is you guys are like, I don't know what this baby's like. Why should I be clapping this guy? You guys are like, bring the baby on stage and we all decide whether he deserves our love and adoration. Because he might be a piece of work for all we know. He's fine. But I'm English, my wife's Scottish. But because we had the baby in America, I didn't even realize this was going to happen. It means we technically made an American. And I wasn't emotionally prepared for that. I don't know if you have any Americans here. It's fine. It's just that he's a boy and he'll become a man. That means he'll become an American man. So now I have to worry as a Brit about stuff I'd never have to worry about if I made a British man. Like, what if he becomes one of those American boys or men that gets into guns? And that's just not even a political standing or anything. It's just, I'm British. I have no working knowledge of guns. So if he gets into guns, I'm going to lose all my authority, just like that. Be like, son, you're grounded. He'd be like, what did you say, Dad? I said, sorry, have some extra pocket money. I apologise. Sir. What I've discovered from doing these shows is, I thought this was just an American thing, by the way. It turns out it's a Canadian. I think it's a North American thing. So this is something I've got to worry about, having a North American child. What if he becomes one of those guys that drives a truck with testicles on the back? Like that's I very quickly found out you guys love doing that here as well. Just to give you a little look in the UK, right? If you see someone driving and there's testicles on the back of their truck, just know they didn't put them on themselves. They were the victims of a hilarious prank. But you guys and Americans buy your own testicles from I don't know where. The testicle store? I've never seen them on that. Do you have to buy them down a back alley or something? And then you shove them on your own truck. Already the most stereotypically alpha manly vehicle. We're like, got to put some nuts on it just to make sure everyone knows I'm a man. Surely pop them on a Prius to carbon offset the vehicle, even things out. I don't know. I can say that. I have an electric car. I can say that. Does anyone here have an electric car? So it's a tangent. Boo. Yeah, it's I got one in LA, and they're like, there's three. If anyone here has an electric car, you won't. If you don't have it, you won't know this. All you think about all you worry about is it running out of battery. Right now, I've been away from 3 days. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to be alive when I get back. It's you just worry. It could have 10% less battery, but this is a disaster. We're going to die. It's supposed to have 330-mile range, but if anyone's ever driven one, you'll know the range. It only stays at that if you drive it exactly at like 11 miles an hour and you keep it exactly 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And you've got to like stroke it gently and whisper sweet nothing in his ear. It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Stay good. Stay good. Turns out it's not a car. It's basically having a Tamagotchi as an adult. You just got to keep it alive. So yeah, I made this American boy, and give me whose parents? Dads? Who dads here? Dads here? Dads. You dad. My vibe is not to be mean. I just want to ask, have you got boys or girls? 2 boys. 2 boys. And can I ask, because some men don't have this, as a man, did you care if you had boys or girls, or did you really want boys? Okay, yeah. You're more like modern, and some men really want a boy, don't they? I just want to program all my mistakes into him, and he can make amends for my errors. It's like, don't screw up like I did! I'll shout at you every day until you achieve stuff. It's like, that's what some men want. Whereas I was like, no, I don't care. I want it to be healthy. Girl or boy, I don't care. I'm a modern man. That's what I thought until the day the doctor said, you're having a boy. And as soon as she said it, I could feel this switch flick in the back of my head. I felt like this weird old English king rise up inside me. Yes, the bloodline continues! My name will be carried on for centuries! But I don't have the money of a king, so it'd just be like, you can become an heir to my 2015 MacBook Pro. One request, make sure you marry a maiden with the same generation laptop because the charger no longer works on this one and it's very difficult to get a new, they change the cord every 2 years, it's very hard.